Jeff Mudflap and the Gang, presented by Bolton Oil Center.
96.3 KLLL.
Next on Jeff Mudflap and the Gang.
Smells are so, like your memories are so tied to like smells and stuff. You know, it's very vivid memories of things. But do you have any smells that you, I don't know, that you secretly love the smell of something? You can't really explain it, or it's people go, what? That's terrible. But for you, you just like the smell of that. Do you have anything like that, Colleen?
Well, I like the smell of dirt whenever I turn on my car air conditioner for the first time for the summer, and it has that dirt smell. I like that.
Okay, I like mine until it gets in my eyes.
But that's unusual, and most people go, ugh, I don't like that. But for whatever reason, you like that. Okay, for me, it's the smell of tar. Like when they're putting tar down on the roads, or especially like I don't know. It's just, I think where my memory of it comes from is when I was a kid, my elementary school, there would be a time every, I can't remember if it would be like fall. I think it was in the fall, but they would put tar on the roofs and stuff and put, it was one of those, the school had the tar with the rocks on it, and that was what the roof of the school was. And so they would, every like early fall or something, they would be out there putting that tar, and I can just remember being a little kid and walking out there on the playground and be like, the smell of that tar. I don't know what it was. I just always loved that. So even now, when they're doing the roads and stuff, I can smell it. You don't like that? Man, I just, and probably a lot of it is because it just takes me back to a time in my life where, life was easy. I was just a kid in like third grade or something and no worries, but I do love the smell of that. So that is an unusual. Every time I tell somebody that, they go, ugh, tar. What's yours? You got a secret?
I've
smell
got,
you secretly love?
Manure. So I like when the wind switches and the manure smell just right over me. It's like, all right, there it is.
You really like, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, the manure smells good. Yeah. And
that's a tough one.
Then you need to move to Amarillo, because it smells like that a lot. We lived there for a while, and people would say, it's the smell of money.
Right. See, that's the way oil was for me in Lovington,
And I like that gas smell, too, when you go down, and you smell those oil wells, and that's
smell of
nice
oil,
too.
Smell of gas.
Yeah.
Well, don't be huffing or anything.
No, I'm not. I don't do I don't huff the manure either. I mean,
okay, well, that's good to know.
Well, that's
I don't know if I've ever met anybody that liked the smell of manure.
Oh man, it's crazy good.
Well, Desi likes the
unusual.
smell of dirt, like I do.
Yeah.
See, Tammy, she says tomato plants, because they remind her of playing tag in her aunt's garden with her cousins growing up.
That's good. Okay, but I wouldn't even know what a tomato plant smells like, I don't think. That's interesting, yeah.
James likes tar smell also.
Yeah, tar, man. That's
and diesel smell. Okay, you and James, I don't know. He's kind of got
tar
a
and
little
diesel.
bit of, a little bit of Jeff and a little bit of Mudflap. Fresh cut wood.
Oh, that's a nice smell.
I'll
there,
be curious if
Groot
anybody likes.
Oh, and
manure
Groot,
smells.
doesn't he work? I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Doesn't Groot work for a fence company?
Yes, he does. So he's around that fresh cut wood all the time. What?
No, I was just going to say, I'm curious if anybody likes the manure smell like me.
Well, let's see if anybody does. We'll watch for a text there. KK says the smell of tar always reminds me of going to Six Flags as a kid. I can totally smell that right now. When you mention that, the smell of Six Flags as a kid, because all the walkways and everything were paved, pavement like that,
and it was so hot.
Yes. But that's a smell that takes me back right there. Yeah. But it would be the smell of that tar type smell, and just mingled with the food. Big Dave likes propane.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mike likes fresh mowed grass. So does Carl does too.
Man, these are some good ones.
Yeah. Troy wants to know, do you like the smell of new tires?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is definitely one that I like. The smell of tire. You go into a tire place, and it's just, that's a good smell
I can
too.
smell all these right now.
Yeah. But see, I know smells are one of the most vivid senses you have, to where they just take you back to somewhere, or you have a memory attached or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. Jesse and Stephanie like the smell of coffee. Stephanie doesn't like to drink coffee, but she likes the smell
of it. Yes.
And also diesel.
It's me with like like a skull can, or dip or something, Copenhagen.
I like the smell of it, but you would never want to dip.
No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, but the smell of it, oh man, I love it.
Wow, okay.
Like chew, stick that stuff right there and you chew and you rock it, you just do like that, and it smells so good.
Okay.
Well, Butch likes the smell of manure as well.
Yeah,
so there's another strange one out there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Butch.
Another stranger. She just called us strange, Butch. Let's start a club.
Oh, my goodness. That's an interesting one. So, high octane racing fuel, says Scott.
Okay, that's interesting.
Like the smell of a steak on a grill. Yeah, I think we all like
that's a
that.
good
That's
one
a good
there,
one, William.
yeah.
Stephanie also likes the lumber store.
Yeah, the lumber store. That's another one. I can think back when I was a kid, going into, there's a place there in Lovington, and you could walk in and just smell the there was even a, where was it? I'm trying to think. It's one of those places, growing up in Lovington, they had, it might have been like a city drug, and I think they had popcorn in there. Like a popcorn machine. It was like like an old fashioned drugstore, and you could walk in and smell the smell of popcorn. That was good.
That's good. Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was even a place in Hobbs, I think, called Gibson's. Like it was it was back in the day. That was probably like a Walmart, but I think they had popcorn in there too, and I can remember the smell of that, walking in smelling popcorn.
New car smells always good.
Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't had that one in a while, so we had to talk to Colleen about that one. She's the one that gets the new car every couple of years, so yeah.
Oh wow.
Donna says powdered calf baby milk.
Huh, now I've never smelled that. I wouldn't even know that.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
Let's see. Ooh, I like this too, Tracy. The smell of clean bleached sheets. Just clean, just bleach. It just smells clean. I know a lot of people don't like it, and it's really kind of not healthy, but I love the smell of that.
Carl, puppy breath.
Oh,
that's a nice
one. No, I'm not. That makes me puke.
No, puppy breath I could, but my adult dog, dude, brush those teeth. Yeah.
Shannon brushes the dog's teeth. This cracks me up. She gets her finger and she sticks it in her mouth like bush, 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 bush.
She ought to put it in the dog's mouth.
Turn it up. Wake the fun up with Jeff Mudflap and the gang.
The only West Texas-based home warranty company right here in Lubbock, so no 800 numbers. You just get in touch with Earl's right here in Lubbock. The technician will be in an Earl's uniform and driving an Earl's fully wrapped truck, which you have probably seen around Lubbock. So if you're looking for one of these home warranties, really interesting. They cover a lot of the things in a home. If you are a homeowner, there's always something, breaking or going out. Now, coverage is provided for the systems and appliances in your home, which might initially have been covered by manufacturer's or builder's warranty, but are no longer covered. So while homeowners insurance covers many systems and appliances in the event of a disaster like tornado, fire, that kind of stuff, the Earl's Home Warranty Plan will help cover repairs or replacements of many system components and appliances in the event of malfunctions or breakdowns due to normal wear and tear. So get in touch with Earl's Home Warranty right now, and they'll have the technician come out, take a look at the systems in your home, and then find the best plan for you. They have 2 different plans to choose from to protect your biggest investment, your home. That is Earl's Home Warranty. It is a local home warranty. And you can get more information, get the phone number and so forth at callearls.com/Lubbock. That's callearls.com/Lubbock.
Jeff Mudflap and the gang. Making mornings great again. From the Dollar Western Wear Studio, this is Lubbock's country leader and home of Jeff Mudflap and the gang. KLLL. This is KLLL.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming,
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the so gallantly streaming.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
KLLL. Red, white, and blue through and through. Come on! KLLL. You ready? Let's turn it up. Wake the fun up with Jeff Mudflap and the gang. Here's what you missed on Jeff Mudflap and the gang.
But there's a lot of things you have to know before going into surgery. I mean, like
You think?
like washing up. You know, you don't think of going in the. You know, I'm in there in the locker
You
room.
don't think about washing up?
No, not at all. No, I'm kidding. When you like you're in the locker room and you're in there with all the doctors, you know, and you're getting dressed, like, hey, how's it going? You know, and they're getting ready for surgery, and then, oh, doing good, you know, and then you go in there, and then they got this big, you know, like a 3-tub. I remember a 3. You know, just a big sink with three things in it.
Tubs.
You know?
It was an actual sink.
Yeah, it was an actual sink.
You're getting in there bathing. Wow.
Was,
What kind of hospital was it?
Are
Was
you
this in a
sure
third
this-
world country?
Are you sure it was heart surgery and not spline surgery?
You sure you weren't at the YMCA?
Let me finish. So anyway, so you start scrubbing, you know, and you start scrubbing your body, you know, and I'm like, I guess I probably need to scrub, you know. No one told me to scrub, you know. I mean, it wasn't one of those things that you learn, like, you know, like, hey, you need to scrub, you know. And so I'm just scrubbing there with the doctors, you know, like you know, the soap and everything, you know. So I start scrubbing,
gosh.
and so anyway, and so then you go into the so the doctor comes out. And he doesn't touch. He's like he's got his hands spread apart. Like I don't know how to.
No, it's like they have them raised.
Yeah.
We've all seen the movie.
Yeah,
we've seen the movie.
Okay, the
Grey's
reason
Anatomy or
for
something.
that is they're coming. The nurses are already ready for them. Okay, to come in and you slip your arms and hands through the jacket. Okay, so and they don't want to touch anything. They want to be sterile when they come in.
Right.
So I didn't know all this, you know. So anyway, one of my first ones, the doctor's like, "Hey, can you tie this for me in the back?" You know, I was like, "Sure, buddy." I whacked him on the shoulder of the suit that he's wearing. He's like, "No, and you're not supposed to touch them,
Right.
You're supposed to be, you know, sterile. You can't touch them." So he has to go.
Well, he did ask you.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
But you're touching the little strings in the back. I touched his whole robe that he was wearing, not his robe, but you know his
back,
his cloth or whatever he was, you know, is the thing that he puts
was wearing
on.
a cloth.
Well, you know that thing that the doctors, you know, they put their hands through.
I'm not convinced you were in the hospital. I think you're in some guy's apartment.
Anyway, so he had to go back, wash himself, And then he, he gets all scrubbed up, and then he comes back in, and he's like, "Don't touch me, just touch the string." So
Not the first
I was
time
like,
you heard that, probably.
so I was like, "I'm so sorry, my bad, buddy." And so I'm tying him up, and just
You're doing what?
well, tying the thing in the back, so and you got to tie it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and so
So there I was tying him up.
Oh.
this is not my romance novel. Yes, Colleen.
Big Mark wants to know, what hospital was this so I make sure I don't go there?
It wasn't here.
No, it was in Gwinnett County.
It's
It was
in Georgia.
Yeah, it was in Georgia.
Okay.
And I think it was. I don't know the name. I know it was the hospital in Gwinnett County. If you look it up, but I don't know I don't know the name of it. I can't remember. I mean, we actually had
Bob's Hospital.
I mean, here's the scoop.
No insurance needed.
No insurance.
Or special training.
I mean, I actually had a siren on my car. That's how. And you had a little light, and you put it on top of your car, and so the police would always question it. Like, why is he wearing? Why does he have a siren? And they would always, follow like okay, so you wouldn't speed. You can't speed, so you follow all the rules just like everybody else, but you have a siren on there and lights, I'm like kind of like a secret car, kind of like what Sheriff Rowe pulled up, he had one of those secret little cars when he arrested me. Anyway, so we put this lights on, so they would follow us to make sure that we were legit. And they'd follow us all the way to the hospital, and usually they'd walk us in, too. They'd be like, yeah, we've got a emergency gun wound over here. We're cell savers. Yes, okay, all right, cool.
You're a what?
Cell
we're called
savers.
cell
Blood
savers.
cells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So-
Thank you, Colleen. Very nice. Okay.
And but
Again,
anyway.
I have an appointment next week for my brain doctor to find out why I can interpret Mudflap.
But anyway, yeah, so it was all really interesting. I mean, I saw everything. I mean, I saw what did I see? Well, obviously I saw the heart surgery. I saw what was those aneurysms? I saw aneurysms. I saw we did prostates. I saw knee surgeries. I saw hip surgeries. I saw everything. I mean, and boy, you talk about a shocker. I mean, I was like, wow. I'm in surgery. Holy cow. Wow.
Turn it up. Wake the fun up with Jeff Mudflap and the gang.
So good. On KLLL.
Well, the gang is still on vacation. So, it's still me. Let's do a little birthdays here. How about Taylor Moore, Ryan Hackler, Chris Chandler, Anita Murray, Brooke Lunsford, Susan Fleming, Teresa Spoon, and my nephew, Dylan Slape. Out in Levelland. Happy birthday, guys. Farm credit, man. This weekend as you're driving around, maybe you're dreaming of owning the perfect land and you want to secure your financial footing. Well, Ag Texas Farm Credit, they want to help you land on your feet with Ag Texas. That's right, from building your dream home to purchasing farmland, or like I said, securing that perfect hunting lease or that spot that you're wanting to build. Ag Texas Farm Credit is your partner in turning those dreams into reality. Find a location near you, or you can go to their website, agtexas.com. That website again is agtexas.com. Land ownership, you're one step closer with Ag Texas Farm Credit.
Turn it up. Wake the fun up with Jeff Mudflap and the gang.
Mudflap here for United Supermarkets and Market Street stores. Man, I hope for the 4th of July, I hope you were able to get to a United store and, man, stock up on all the great stuff and grilling and things. Man, we grilled some hamburgers. It was awesome, but you can still grill. Even though 4th of July is over, you can still kick off your summer grilling by shopping at the United Supermarkets or Market Street locations. Man, they got great options online as well, but man, I had a great experience just buying that stuff. It is awesome. But they also buy from local growers here, they custom arrange by the floral designers as well, so you can get there and get some flowers as well, so that's always good. But Pharmacy, man, you can earn up. You transfer, you can earn up to $75 off in the free groceries. That's always good to have by just transferring your pharmacy there. But man, get everything you need at United Supermarkets and Market Street.
From the Dollar Western Wear Studio, this is Lubbock's country leader and home of Jeff, Mudflap, and the gang. KLLL 96.3. KLLL 96.3. This is KLLL. Jeff, Mudflap, and the gang.
96.3 KLLL.
Turn it up. Wake the fun up with Jeff Mudflap and the gang. Here's what you missed on Jeff Mudflap and the gang.
Hey, by the way, I did. I made some pizzas yesterday. Pat has inspired me to get because I've got a Green Mountain Grill pellet grill, right? And I have the pizza oven attachment for it, and it's really awesome. So like you can heat your grill up to like 350 with this pizza oven attachment. And the temperature in the pizza oven will get up to about 800 degrees.
And that's what you need.
Yes,
it's hot, very hot.
And you put it in there for like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yep.
And man, it cooks up the crust and everything. So did this yesterday. The one thing that I got to figure out.
Invite. Wow. We invited you to our house for pizza, but okay, good to know.
Jeff, you weren't supposed to say that when we had that last night.
All right, tell me about the pizza. Tell us about the pizza.
Okay, so the reason I didn't invite anybody wasn't
because you hadn't perfected it yet.
I'm not good at it. Pat, your brother, is
he's
amazing at it. I mean, he's the gold standard of pizza
Jeff, I didn't
in the
think
grill.
It was that bad.
Shh, I told you not to say anything. No, he was not there. I promise he wasn't there. Stop it.
Okay.
Why do you want to be that way? See, now I'm really in trouble. I didn't do anything. No.
Oh, no, Colleen, I wasn't there. I wasn't even close to the action.
All right, I'm going to turn your microphone off.
Y'all
Stop it. He was not there. Anyway, listen.
I wasn't, Colleen. I wasn't.
What I'm trying to say here, if you'll just give me a chance.
Too late.
Okay. Oh, man.
No, just teasing.
No,
what?
I didn't invite anybody over because I haven't perfected things yet. Pat is the gold standard of pizza. He really is.
Years to perfect it.
Right. And so I just, but it made me think, you know what? I need to get that pizza oven thing out again. So yesterday afternoon,
we had a little hard time screwing that in right there.
Will you stop it? Will you stop it? Anyway, so I get my grill all cleaned up and everything. Find the pizza thing. You have to put that down in. It's got a pizza stone and all the stuff. And you stop it. I'm going to turn the microphone off.
I did not say anything.
Okay, now Jesse said he was there. You invited Jesse?
Oh, come on, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Anyway.
It's okay. I see how it is.
Okay, the reason I'm talking about this is because I'm trying to...
Tell us about your pizza.
Well, I'm trying to say that Pat's really good at what he does. Because there's a lot of nuances about it that, like when you put, you get the pizza peel, which is the big old giant spatula thing, right?
Yep.
And so you put the pizza on that and you will put it in the oven, but you've got to put the cornmeal on the pizza peel. Otherwise, it won't slide off in there, and then you're sitting there trying to get stuck on the pizza peel a little bit, so you can't. So I used the Big Dave. Jeff Pizza wasn't bad. Okay, Big Dave. Yeah, everybody was there, Colleen. But I put cornmeal on there to start with, but it wasn't enough. And so it still kind of got stuck. So I took it back in the house, pulled up both edges, put a whole bunch more cornmeal underneath it. And then it did. When I went back, it slid right off and went into the pizza oven. So I learned one thing right there. You need quite a bit of cornmeal. Really, you can go go big on that.
I know that's one of the things that my brother uses because he had to make sure, hey, y'all got cornmeal? I'm like, yes. And I looked in the cupboard, we didn't. So I told Michael, we're going to need some cornmeal.
Yeah, so I did that, but I figured out you got to go pretty generous on it for that pizza to slide in, okay? So that I learned that. The one thing that I got to get with Pat about and figure out, though, is because once you do that and you got all that cornmeal in there and it's such a high temperature, the cornmeal that's underneath that pizza will burn, like it turns black, and it'll get on the crust.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't understand, how are you supposed to not have that happen?
I felt
Well, I
like
guess you
everybody
should have
liked it,
invited-
though. I mean, I felt like everybody was like really eating it up, though. I mean, the black crust didn't really hit.
Okay,
much in
I've
there.
about had enough of you. Okay, stop it. Colleen's going to start throwing punches here in a minute.
Yeah, Ruben's even chiming in.
Yeah. Y'all are going to get me in trouble. Why does everybody like getting me in trouble? I love you people.
I guess next time you should add my brother to the invite list so he can help you.
Listen, I've been sincere here. I mean,
All right, what else did
being
you
over,
learn?
coming to your house and eating the pizza and having such a wonderful time, it inspired me to think, you know what? I need to get my pizza oven out and learn how to be better about that and learn how to do that. And so that's what I was trying to do, and it was pretty good overall.
Did you put olives on your pizza?
You know, I didn't actually last night, ironically enough, but I do like olives, obviously. So, but what I need to figure out is how do you go about not having that cornmeal burn on the pizza stone where it adheres to the crust, and then it almost gives a burned feeling to the bottom of the crust.
But does it taste burnt?
Well, a little bit,
Really?
you know, yeah. And
Huh.
so I was just like, okay, I don't understand how to make that, because it wasn't burnt, but it's that cornmeal underneath there that has the problem. So.
Carl says, "Hey Jeff, I think I left my jacket at your house."
y'all need to stop this.
Wake up. Hear the Jeff Mudflap and the Gang podcast on the new Sonic KLLL mobile app. Missed on Jeff Mudflap and the Gang.
Are we going to talk about this thing with Brad Paisley? Do you want to talk about that or not? Or should we talk about that somewhere
Let's
else?
just talk about that, not in the dirty laundry, because I've got a few other things.
You said that was great mom experience right there. That was really good. It's like, hey, can we go, Mom? Can we go to the zoo? Well, why don't we just do some other things today? Why don't we have some other fun?
there's all kinds of
such
fun
a
out
great
there.
motherly way of saying that right there. I will just say it right here then. No, this is the crazy story. I don't know if you've heard about this or not, but so Brad Paisley, is a great guitar player, and he plays his guitar. He has a Fender Telecaster that he plays, and it's got that Paisley pattern on it. So this whole thing, it's so bizarre. So I'm trying to think where to start on this. I've got a friend. His name's Alan Cross, and I worked with this guy in radio in Oklahoma City, and just one of the coolest people I've ever known. And we've kept in touch all these years. And he's a guitar player. He collects guitars, and he's got a bunch of really cool vintage guitars. And he's also a collector of silk ties from like the 40s.
Okay.
Interesting, right? Mm-hmm. So, but that's one of the things we always, me being a radio and microphone collector and all, and he was into guitars, and so we actually had a little band we would play in Oklahoma City. And so fast forward here. This was probably, I don't know, it's been several months ago now. He had messaged me one day and said, hey, I'm working on something really cool with Brad Paisley. I think you'll think it's really cool. He said, it's top secret right now. I just wanted you to know it's something really cool. So just keep watching. So I was like, wow, okay, Brad Paisley, what's he doing, And so, and how he got to know Brad Paisley, I'm not real sure. This is the friend Alan wrote for, he's the one that wrote for Celebrity Deathmatch and pop-up videos on VH1. He's done some things for Saturday Night Live. Very witty, funny guy. And so he's been living out in Los Angeles. And so I think he must have met Brad Paisley just out there because, with Brad's wife being actress and all that. So anyway, just some background there. So one day, I guess Alan is on, it's like Craigslist or something, and he sees an ad for this. It's like this box or something. I'm still trying to sort out exactly what happened here, but this Paisley pattern is like covering this box, and he sees it. And knowing guitars like he does, he recognizes this Paisley foil. It's like foil wrap, I believe is what it is, and that's what they used on the Fender Telecaster Paisley guitars, like what Brad Paisley has. So he sees this, but it's blue instead of like pink like Brad Paisley has. But he sees it and he's like, oh my gosh, I think this is like the foil this foil wrap stuff. And so he ends up buying this dumb box or something with this on it, and he's able to get like a hairdryer or something and somehow get all this foil wrap off this box. And he figures there's enough there that could make like 3 of these Telecasters. Anyway, there's videos about it. You can find it on YouTube. Just look up Brad Paisley, Paisley guitar or 1967 Telecaster with Brad Paisley. I mean, you should be able to find it pretty easy. So they go through and talk a little bit about this story. There's going to be a longer form of this video, but just kind of laying out what happened. So Alan ends up getting this,